Welcome back to Vagabond, Gypsy, Tarot, and Oracle readings. Today we are doing our readings for our people who were born on Tuesdays. So if you were born on a Tuesday, this is for the week of May 23rd through May 30th. May 23rd through May 30th. And welcome into Gemini season, folks. We are into Gemini season, and that is the sign of the twins. Gemini is the sign of the twins, and she is from May 21st through June 20th. And the colors that are associated with Gemini are yellow and light green. Planetary ruler is Mercury. Strengths are witty, playful. Elemental traits are like exciting, adventurous, fun, and some of your shadow features could be weaknesses are your nervousness and kind of devious, somewhat inconsistent shadow figures could be associated with you. So let's go ahead and see what we have for our Tuesday born people. Ooh, look at that. Ace of Bows. Element of fire. Which is the wands. Look at that. That's just that spark. Oh, an eagle again. I did get that earlier this week as well. Look at that spark. Oh my God, I love this card. The coloring is gorgeous. Ace of Bows. So Ace of Wands. Spark of life. New. Starting something new, but with focus, seeing it from a higher perspective. Spark of life, spark of something new. The fire element is associated with the season of summer, moving from Beltane through to midsummer. Is the association with the bows suit in this deck. And this is the Wildwood Tarot. I haven't used this deck much, but I really do like it. Spark of life. Seeing things from a higher perspective. It's almost as if a spark went off inside of you and you were like, yes, that is what I wanted all along, and I don't know why I didn't think of it before, but now I'm thinking of it. That's kind of like the impression that I'm getting out of this. It's like moving in a new direction, let's just say. But it does take commitment and looking at it from a higher perspective. So this week the energy is of like a spark just went off in you and you want to move forward with something. This is very similar to my one of my other readings this week, so you could check it out the other days prior to you. I start on Fridays. But this has to do with almost like taking all of your information and writing it down or putting it in one place and viewing it and making sure that you're seeing it everything as you want it and as it's supposed to be, seeing it from a higher perspective. Now I don't know if that means sharing the information with somebody that you feel comfortable with, or asking, for help from your ancestors, your spirit guides, your spirit team. But this card here just completely shows like spirit spirit vibe to me. You know what I mean? It just like this, like a spark from above. It's like that arrow came from above to tell you to start something, spark of life, start something new. It might be challenging, but it's an opportunity for you to start something new. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you've been offered something, and that's what this card represents. And maybe it's something that you didn't want to do, or you questioned doing, but you're being asked to take a look at it from another angle because it might be the right choice for you. Maybe you didn't think it was. But this card's saying, if you don't try, you're never going to know. That's kind of what I'm getting out of this card. And the beauty of this card here, I mean, it's just a beautiful card. It's just like a very positive, like at dawn. Look at the sky. It's almost as if the sun, this is the sun rising in the morning. It definitely has a morning vibe to me. Spark of life, spark of morning, spark of energy. Ace is the beginnings, new opportunities, um, new adventures. And how do you know if it's going to work out unless you start it, unless you try? And the ace is the beginning of the minor arcana, so it's you starting. It's you taking that first move. It could even be as simple as you just had a new idea, and it could be even before this making the move. It could just be that spark of that idea that just popped into your head, or that spark of that job offer that you didn't want to consider, but all of a sudden you took a look at it from a higher view and you're like, oh wow, I didn't see that. Maybe if I do this, it will get me on the path to where I want to end up. But you have to start somewhere, you know what I mean? It's like it's like me, for example, when I had been laid off during the pandemic. I mean, I at first I had all these things in my mind. I'm not going to do this, and I refuse to do this, and I refuse to take a job that's like this, and I refuse to take the job that is like this or that, whatever. I had this pre thoughts in my mind. And hold on one moment. I'm going to have to run to the door. Sorry. Okay, sorry about that. I had to go down and get the UPS or USP, US Postal Service guy, because I missed him, and I had to reschedule a delivery that I didn't want to miss. And of course, he showed up right now. So, as I was saying, um, I had to, I had a list of things that in my mind, preconceived things that I was not going to accept, and what I wanted. But it was like I almost didn't really have. I mean, I have a choice. I had a choice. I actually declined a job, but before I hung up with the person offering me the job, I said, you know what? I will take it, because it was like in a way, I mean, I wanted to be back at work, and I took the job because then I sat down and thought about the positives that could come out of it, that it was a stepping stone, basically. And that's kind of where I'm getting at here. A spark hit me that, you know what, you might not like everything about what um, you were just offered, but it's a stepping stone. And it ended up to this point being a good choice because it was the point was that it was where, you know, my goal was, part of my goal was met with taking this job, and that was kind of like one of the big goals, whereas I had to take things that I was not very happy about, but as I said, even it hasn't even been that long, and things have already gone in the direction that I would have wanted them to go anyway. So my point is that with this eagle card, you have to see things from a higher perspective. Don't just see things on the level of, well, okay, I wanted 6 weeks vacation and I got 3. Well, yeah, that's a real bummer, um, but there's other things that you got. Maybe it was one of the places you wanted, you know, maybe it's one of the places you want to be. Maybe one of the main things that you want is there and everything else isn't. But you have to see things from a higher perspective because things can change. You know what I mean? Especially with like a job or something like that, it can be like a stepping stone. I mean, if it doesn't go in the direction that you want it to go, then you can always look for something new and quit if it's a job. Or if it's going to school and you realize, oh my gosh, this isn't what I this isn't what it's cracked up to be. Well, you might still be stuck with student loan debt, but if you stop yourself and say, well, mistake made, hard lesson learned. Sometimes there's hard lessons we have to learn too. I'm kind of taking this off into into other places here, but my point is that you have to see things from a higher perspective, and this spark is either something like a new idea that just popped into your head, or it's you like I did say, well, you know what? Yeah, it's not everything that's perfect, but guess what? I can move forward and see things from a higher perspective, that the outcome will get to the same conclusion. I just maybe have to be more creative, and with this suit of fire, the bows, that is the creativity, the spark. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, and if your animal ally this week might be the eagle, and yeah, spark of life. I just absolutely love this card. I keep looking at it. Look at this. I mean, it's like you can kind of see how it looks like um, the dawn of morning in the background. The sky is just that pink, that fine pink. Well, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this reading and you have a blessed week, and we will see you back again next week, my Tuesday people.